64 Tacos Podcast presents Is This Song Good? This is episode 20. Dinosaur Jr. Just Like Heaven.
All right, we're back with another episode of Is This Song Good? We're doing covers in this episode, and the cover I chose was the Cure song "Just Like Heaven" off of "Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me." This is as covered by Dinosaur Jr. on their second album back in 80 something, not too long after the original came out. I don't think it actually came out on the original CD. I think it was on a reissue that they recorded at the time, but didn't put it on the pressing back in '87 or whatever. But it was definitely recorded at that time. And I was just looking around for ideas for songs to check out, and I thought, Dinosaur Jr. Just Like Heaven. That's weird. Let's go for that. So I was a little bit blind coming into this one before we chose it. So
yeah, it was an interesting version of it. I'm not a huge The Cure fan. I guess much like the Talking Heads a few weeks ago, the song is just kind of meh for me. And I was really looking forward to hearing Dinosaur Jr. do it. And I don't know if there was just something wrong with the recording, but the fact that at the end it just totally drops out and stops in what seems like the middle of a sonic boom or something. I don't know. It was hard for me to listen to because I didn't really have much attachment to the original. And then Dinosaur Jr., who I love, just kind of made it all weird. And I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because it was just a studio screw around, and then they were just sort of being deliberately weird about it, deciding to cut it off. Because you're right,
which wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, sort of contrary. But yeah, I agree that takes the wind out of the sails of it for me as well. What about you, Zach? What do you think?
So I am a big Cure fan, and I've always loved the original, and I like this one too. I like what they did with it. I did think it was a little bit strange how abruptly it ended, and also the kind of strange screamy parts.
Yeah.
Those were.
I love his voice. Like it's really strange, and then all of a sudden there's that in there. It's like, what is going on here?
Yeah, it was a tad off-putting, but I do like that they tried to do something different and that they just kind of added their own flair to it, and
sure.
And I think it's okay. I mean, the same thing happened with me. I was listening to it and then it just abruptly ends, and I was like, okay, did the track change or? And so I went and did check to see what the time code's supposed to be and all that stuff, and yeah, sure enough, it is supposed to abruptly end, just drop off like that. But whatever, it is what it is. I think it's a fine, it's like a Cure song in Dinosaur Jr.'s style,
right.
With their great Jay Mascis guitaring and Lou Barlow and it's just I think it's good. I really enjoyed it. It did kind of throw me at first, but then the more I listened to it, I was like, yeah, I can get behind this. It's an okay homage to the Cure. It's a different style of doing the Cure thing.
Yeah, I have to say, you're right. The sort of shouted vocals is strange at first, but actually that grew on me. I kind of liked that. I mean, maybe because it was different, and that's all, but also because it's a little fun. Mascis is so laconic when he sings. He's so drawly and stuff. It was kind of fun to have a little burst of excitement in there. The thing that was weirdest to me was it was the fact that it just cuts out, and it's gotta be like an intentional screw you guys thing. I mean, they are covering sort of like a Cure pop song, so they're I could totally see them being like, yeah, we'll cover this song, but we're going to like just cut it off right when you're in sort of in the middle of going into the last chorus, just to screw with you guys. But yeah, I also really like The Cure, and I really like this song as well, Just Like Heaven. I feel like the moment when the song starts out with the drums and then the bass and the guitar comes in, and that moment when the keyboards sort of come in, to me is like the most 80s moment in the world. I always enjoy that, and I kind of like when The Cure does like their like sort of like happy pop songs, which sometimes they're often not in that mode, but I kind of enjoy when they do that. And I really like the sort of the melody and the sort of like building of the song. So I really like the original a lot, and I enjoyed the cover for being just different enough while being exactly like if someone said to me, what would it sound like if Dinosaur Jr. covered The Cure? Well, that's exactly what I would expect. A couple of wrinkles,
that's fair.
Yeah. Like the shouting, right in the pre-chorus there, and then of course the chopping it off. But yeah, it's what you'd expect. And I liked it. I think it's good. It's a little bit. It kind of makes sense for them to just be like, screw you, we're going to cut it off in the end.
Yeah, and I also think it's funny how they The Cure mostly writes very dark and gothic and very depressing type of music, and this is like one of their least depressing songs. In
right.
fact, it's kind of a happy pop song. Yeah. And then Dinosaur Jr. comes in, they're like, "Yeah, no, you didn't do this right. We're going to make it a little bit more depressing."
Yeah,
so I appreciate that aspect of it as well.
Yeah, there's barely even any melancholy, or bittersweetness. It's mostly just like sugary sweetness. The way The Cure does it, but yeah, and I also thought it was kind of cool how they decided to just make sense, of course, walls of guitar to cover the fact that they don't have any keyboards or anything. They're just like, screw it, we just need more overdriven guitar. That's how they accomplished the goal.
Yep.
Yeah, so I would say that original I still prefer, but I thought it was a good cover. That's my takeaway.
Yep, same with me. I much prefer listening to the original, but I like this one as a nice little what if type of scenario, and I think it's another good one for like throwing on a playlist of covers that in different styles or kind of out there ideas. So yep, I would say good.
Yeah, for me, if the Cure version comes on, I won't skip it. If the Dinosaur Jr. version comes on, I'll wonder what the hell's going on, because I probably never put it on a playlist. So.
And you'll also wonder if you did skip it accidentally when it ends.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there's nothing inherently wrong with it. But yeah, I don't need to hear it again.
All right. Well, I think Zach, it's your week next week.
Yep. Next week, we're going to be doing the song Never Tear Us Apart by The National, and it's a cover of the In Excess song. So look forward to that.
All right.
I caught it on audio.